Starting with our Rohan deck, we'll go ahead and exhaust Errant Rider to move one of Grimbjorn's resources over to Pippin. That way he has two and he can play the second Warden of Healing. We're also going to play a Dunedain Warding, so that's going to put another shield on Grimbjorn. Super helpful. For our Hobbit deck, the first thing we'll do is play our Warden of Healing. Then what we're going to do is we're going to heal 1 point of damage from Treebeard and 1 from Sam. Then we're going to exhaust this Warden of Healing, and we're going to heal 1 point of damage from Treebeard and 1 from Elfhelm. Our next move will be to exhaust Master of the Forge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to need willpower, willpower, willpower. Oh, unexpected. Sting. Sting can give us willpower. We have 1 Fortune of Fate. Just so you guys know what Fortune of Fate does. Now you'll understand why I put this in the deck. This says, choose a hero in any player's discard pile. Put that card into play under that owner's control. AKA, I can lose a hero, and then if I have enough blue resources, I can bring them back. Hopefully. So I do think, though, what we're going to do is we're going to grab Sting, just because it's going to give us more willpower. Oh, or we could grab Song of Kings, and that's going to give Grimbjorn even more defense. You know what? I think this round it's going to be more important to have the defense, because Grimbjorn is going to be our primary defender against that Balrog, and he attacks hard. So let's go ahead and grab the Song of Kings. We're going to go ahead and play the Song of Kings. We're going to place it onto Grimbjorn. He now will then gain 1 additional shield because he's a leadership hero who has a mount, thanks to Elfhelm. Then we have our Hobbit pony here. We're going to place that onto Merry because he'll have a pony or a mount. He gets +1 willpower. We have 14 threat in the staging area. Let's see what we can do. We really want to progress through here and get to that Great Pit Bridge as soon as we can, because that's going to help us at least take that Balrog out, if we can. So we've got 4 plus 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7, plus 2 more is 9. We'll send Arwen for 10, 11, and she will give another shield to Grimbjorn. He has 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He has 8 shields, you guys. That's amazing. We'll send Bill for 12, Treebeard for 14. We'll send Merry for 15, 16, and then use his fast hitch to ready him. We'll send Sam for 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and then 2 more from Pippin, 23. We'll start by revealing our first encounter card, and we have an Uruk from Mordor. When revealed, Uruk from Mordor makes an immediate attack against the first player. Great. Grimbjorn has 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total defense to the 4 attack. So we'll place this here. We will defend, so I'll exhaust him to do this. And let's see, we get no shadow effect. So Grimbjorn will go ahead and spend 1 of his resources to attack back. He attacks for 7, reducing that armor to nothing because he can reduce it by 2, and he kills him. And because that's an orc and he killed an orc, he gets to draw a card. So he gets the Rittermark Knight. Oh, that is nice. Our second card will be another Uruk from Mordor. Okay. I'm going to first, before I forget, exhaust Merry so we can reduce our Hobbit deck's threat by 2. So they're going to go to 28. Then I'm going to say that I was smart because I would have normally done this. I would have exhausted our Armored Destrier because it's a response. We can do that even during the encounter phase to ready Grimbjorn. That means when this Uruk from Mordor attacks, we can use Grimbjorn to defend. So he'll attack for 4. Grimbjorn will defend. We have a shadow effect. Attacking enemy gets +1. Definitely +2 because our threat is 40. But that only makes it a 6. We have 8 shield. Still doesn't do anything. We'll spend a resource and we kill him again and we get to draw a card. Wow, we didn't even add anything to the staging area. And we have Gandalf. Oh, we quested for a total of 23. We have 14 out in the staging area. That means we placed 9 progress. We almost did it perfectly. We can only place 5 progress on the current quest card, so we'll place that here. 5 plus 3 is 8. We lost 1 we didn't get to use, but that's okay. But now all enemies are back to their full attack strength. However, Doom is out. And now it says at the end of the quest phase, remove 1 damage token. Then if there's no damage, add the Balrog to the staging area. Here we have the Balrog, probably some of my favorite art of the entire saga that I've seen so far. Look at him. We've got a total of 5 threat, 8 attack, 9 armor, and 25 health. This guy is indestructible. That means even if we somehow get 25 points of damage on him, doesn't even kill him. He'll still be there. He cannot be optionally engaged. The Balrog and shadow cards dealt to the Balrog are immune to player card effects, so we can't cancel shadow cards either. While in the staging area, the Balrog is considered to be engaged with the first player, and only the first player can declare attacks against the Balrog. The only way we can defeat this Balrog is when we travel through the Great Bridge. We have one hero go, "You shall not pass," and essentially kill themselves to be able to make him destructible. I don't know if I'm going to do that. Let's see if we can. Oh, and did I mention his victory points is 50? Oh, that sounds awesome. So what I'm going to do is I have Unexpected Courage still here on Grimbjorn. Since we are outside of the quest phase, I can still trigger an action. So I am going to use my Unexpected Courage to ready Grimbjorn. Grimbjorn's defense is 3 plus 4. Actually, I'm sorry, 3 plus 5, thanks to Arwen. So his defense is actually 8. He can actually defend against the Balrog. But we cannot cancel this shadow card, and not only that, Grimbjorn's response is useless. He can attack for 7. He can't reduce the armor of this Balrog, so he can attack for 7. It doesn't even hit him. Oh man, I don't know how we're going to take him out. Okay, let's flip this over. It says the attacking enemy gets +2 because our threat is 35 or higher. So you know what that means? That just did 2 points of damage to Grimbjorn. He's okay. He still has 3 health. Where are the end drafts? But wow, with 8 total armor, he still took damage. And you know what? He's going to attack again. I should say he's not going to attack right now. He's going to attack during the combat phase, because that was still just the end of the quest phase. Here are 2 locations that we could potentially travel to. Now, I'm going to let myself retcon something. I used A-Rod. I'm going to say I used A-Rod when Grimbjorn defeated one of those 2 orcs that came out of the encounter deck. And so we now only need 1 more progress, and we can actually just get rid of this card. Totally worth it. So I think because of that, we are going to travel to the Great Bridge. It has this response, but the response doesn't happen until we quest through it. So I don't have to make that decision until potentially next round if we can actually quest through this location. We're going to be insanely risky here, you guys, but we have to. If we're going to be able to take out this Balrog, which I'm going to try to do, and there's a reason for it, and you'll see at the end of the quest if we get there, I'm going to have the Hobbit deck optionally engage this Great Cave Troll. If I didn't do that, because the Rohan deck's threat is at 40, even with Pippin's +3, since they're not first player, this is a 39. So the Rohan deck would have to engage the Cave Troll and would have to deal with the Balrog. So because we are engaging the Great Cave Troll, we do get to draw a card, and we have Ent Draft. That is awesome. And Sam will ready, which is very important. We're also going to take an action that I put into this Grimbjorn deck, and I'm so happy that I did. I placed this Cram on Grimbjorn. He's going to discard that. He can ready himself. He's ready to go again. Now, technically, this Balrog is in the staging area, but to make it easier from a video purpose, I just have him looking like he's engaged. So I'm going to give him a shadow card, and I'm going to give that Great Cave Troll a shadow card. Now, what I'm going to do with this Balrog is I'm not going to defend with Grimbjorn. I want him to be able to attack. Look at all these tokens on him. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to sacrifice my Westfold Outrider. But that means my Overcome by Grief is going to come out. But what else can I do? So I will exhaust the Westfold Outrider. We'll reveal this shadow card. Oh, great. Grievous Wound. That will just go into this card pile from how I understand it. And our Westfold Outrider is definitely toast at only 1 shield, and he's getting attacked for 8. We now have had our first character destroyed. Actually, that's pretty good that it hasn't happened until now. This says, after a character is destroyed, if Overcome by Grief is unattached, attached to the hero. Attached to a hero. After the character you control is destroyed, exhaust attached hero. Until the end of the round, the attached hero cannot ready. So going forward, whatever hero I choose will not be able to ready for an entire round when we lose a character. I think I'm going to put that on... It says attached to a hero, so I can put that in anyone. I think I'm going to put it on Frodo. Yeah, because, well, yeah, I think I'm going to put it on Frodo. Now, please don't call me crazy, even though I'm sure you are at this point. what I'm going to do is I'm going to defend with Sam against this cave troll. This cave troll is attacking for 6. Sam, though, has 2 shield because of his ability. He also has 5 health because of his specific boon. And we do have Build a Pony out, so he actually has 6 health. So I'm hoping, I'm hoping. Oh, it's another cave troll with no shadow effect. Oh my gosh. So we put 4 points of damage on Sam. We are going to need to heal him, but the reason I did that is I didn't want to lose Treebeard. I just got Ent Draft, and if I lost Treebeard, I wouldn't be able to play that Ent Draft. And if he had defended, he would have taken 3 points of damage, and that would have killed him. So, oh man. Now I could attack over here. I could ready Treebeard, but he attacks for 4, and this cave troll has 4 points of damage. So that's totally useless. So we're not even going to attack. On the Rohan side, though, we are going to attack. The first thing we'll do is spend 1 resource to play Sneak Attack. We're going to Sneak Attack Bjorn in. Now, this is an interesting dilemma that we have here. If I do Bjorn's action, it says at the end of the round, or at the end of that phase, you have to shuffle this back into your deck. But the Sneak Attack also says at the end of the phase, return it to your hand. If both of the actions will happen at the same time, you get to choose. So I will, after using Bjorn's ability, because of course that's why I'm bringing him out, I will then choose to activate the Sneak Attack ability to put him back into my hand instead of shuffling it into my deck. So with that, I'm going to turn Bjorn into a bear. He's going to attack for 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. We're going to add 1 more with Faramir for 9. Guess what? That just hit the Balrog's shield. But we have Grimbjorn ready, and he attacks for 7. So we will exhaust him, and he will do 7 points of damage to that Balrog. He's not totally immune to damage. We'll put 5 plus 2 is 7 glorious damage, though. But 25, what do we need still? Unfortunately, we still need 18 more points of damage. Oh, this is going to be fun. At the end of the phase, we'll go ahead and grab Bjorn and put him back into our hand. We'll go ahead and increase our threats. So our Hobbit deck will move to 29. Our Rohan deck, which we really need to work on, is at 41. Let's refresh and draw cards. We have generated resources. Let's go ahead and draw cards. And we have the Dunedain Mark. Oh, yes. And a Hobbit Pony. Our Hobbit deck is first player this round. We'll go ahead and use both Warden of Healings. We're going to heal both points of damage from Grimbjorn and both from Treebeard. So they're both healed to full because they're going to be taking some damage very soon. Then we will exhaust Master of the Forge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And an attachment. Oh, a song. Sting. Oh, that Sting could be nice. Oh man, so many options. I think we're gonna go ahead and grab Sting. Oh, but you know what? Oh yeah, but that gives +1 willpower anyways. We're gonna play these 3 cards this round. Hobbit Pony is gonna go on to Sam. That's gonna give him +1 willpower. We have Sting, which will also go on to Sam. That will give him +1 willpower, +1 defense. Another attack, which is great, and this cool responsibility. And we'll have Ent Draft. I went back and forth. I think Grimbjorn, with all of his defense, I think I got to put it on Treebeard so that the Hobbit deck has somebody that can take some damage. So that means Treebeard will have 7 health. For our Rohan deck, we're going to start with Bulwark of the West. We're going to play this, and we're going to discard our Errant Rider. That means, though, we can get rid of 1 condition. So that means this condition is toast. Thank goodness. Now, I believe because I know I discarded a character to do it, but I also got rid of it, I don't have to worry about Frodo exhausting, I think. You guys let me know if I'm right or wrong so I know going forward, but I'm going to play He's Okay. Then, because a character left play, I am going to play Valiant Sacrifice. I'm going to spend 1 resource from Elfhelm. That allows us to draw 2 cards from our deck, since it was our character that got removed. And we have Sneak Attack and Dunedain Mark. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're going to play both Dunedain Marks with Gildor and Glorian's resources. That's going to give Grimbjorn 2 more attack. And you know what? I had to totally recalculate it out because I just couldn't believe it. But he has 9 total attack. 3 from the Dunedain Marks that he's got, so that's 3. 3 from regular, that's 6. 1 from A-Rod because that gives him a mount, that's 7. And then the Glam Drink for 8, 9. 9 attack. Now here's the problem. He can't even attack the Balrog this round because he's not a first player. But that's okay. Next round, we'll have 9 attack that we can use, as long as we don't sacrifice him to the Balrog. Our next card we are going to play is Cram. We're definitely going to put that onto Grimbjorn. It can be attached to a hero. That way he can defend that Balrog. I hope whoever's still with me right now is enjoying this, but this is insane. Just the amount of modifiers. I'm having to recheck everything just so you guys don't think I'm cheating. We have Sam here for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total willpower. That's because he's got 2 songs on him, he's got Sting on him, and he has a mount, and we made him blue, so that mount gives him +1 to his willpower. And you know what? Because he's leadership, he also should get +1 defense. Okay, wow. Yes, it's just so hard to keep track of. Okay, for questing this round, we're going to start with Arwen for 2. We're going to give Sentinel to Grimbjorn. That gives him +1 defense. We're going to send Bill for 3. I don't think we're going to send Treebeard this time. We're going to need him to defend potentially multiple times. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we'll exhaust the fast hitch to ready him. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, plus 2 more is 15 on this side. Oh, and don't forget about Frodo. That's 17. We'll add to that 4 for 21, another 2 for 23, and 1 here for 24. 24 total questing, and we have a total of 11 in the staging area. We'll go ahead and reveal 2 cards. We have the Mines of Moria, and our second one is the Moria Archer. So this is a peril. This will be the Rohan deck. Archery, 2. Ugh. X is the number of players in the game, so that's a 2. We will exhaust Mary. Oh, can we do that with a peril card? I think we can, because it's still going to come out. So we'll exhaust Mary to reduce the Hobbit deck's threat by 2. And then assign X damage among characters you control. X is 2. So we'll place 1 point of damage. Actually, you know what? We're going to place both points of damage on Elfhelm, I believe. We quested for 24. We have 2 for +5 is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That means we placed 9 progress. Well, now we come to a decision point. We have 4 progress goes on to the Mines of Moria since it's out in the staging area, and then 5 more goes on to the Great Bridge. We have just completed the Great Bridge. Who are we going to send, and are we going to send somebody and kill a hero? And I think we are, because I want that damage. We are going to discard Elfhelm. Yeah, it's going to change all of our modifiers. I'll figure that out, but that does a total of 10 straight points of damage to that Balrog. So he now has 17 points of damage on him, but we just lost Elfhelm. Now, if you guys understand this in the campaign, if at the end of this game Elfhelm does not come back, I lose him for the rest of the campaign. I can never use him again. So this is a little bit scary, but I do have that Fortune and Fate card, so that's why I'm doing this. And this also means the Balrog is no longer indestructible. It has 17 points of damage. I only need to do 8 more points of damage to it, and I've actually defeated it, and I get 50 victory points for that. Now, before the end of the quest phase, I think I am going to go ahead and play Fortune of Fate. That's going to allow us to put Elfhelm back out. He will be fully healed, and we don't have to worry about adjusting our modifiers. And you know what that means is we also can potentially keep him as we keep going forward in the campaign, as long as now I don't lose him. However, the Balrog will attack. It's going to attack the first player, which is the Hobbit deck. Grimbjorn can still Sentinel for them. And there is no shadow effect, and we got rid of that burden. Wow, that's awesome. And he has 8 armor. The Balrog attacks for 8, so no damage. We can't even do our response. I'm not going to even try, because we can't even attack him. Moving to the engagement phase, the 2 enemies that we can engage are here. I am not going to have the Hobbit deck engage anyone, but I think we're going to have the Rohan deck engage this Moria Archer, because we don't want to deal with the archery. Then, when we move into the combat phase, we have to resolve the 2 archery. I'm going to place those 2 points of damage both on Elfhelm again. We'll now place our shadow cards, and let's see. I think we're going to have the Balrog attack first. We're going to exhaust Unexpected Courage, so Grimbjorn is ready. Grimbjorn will then defend, and we have the attacking enemy gets +1 attack. That'll make him a 9. If it destroys a character, it gets it to make another attack. It doesn't destroy a character, it just puts 1 point of damage on Grimbjorn. Grimbjorn still can't attack him, so he can't use his response. But what he is going to do is he's going to use his Armored Destrier so he can discard this shadow card. Because Armored Destrier, you can only discard a shadow card from that defending player. So if there's another enemy attacking that defending player. So we discard this one. Oh, and it's a burden. Oh, that's great. Okay, so now this Great Cave Troll will attack. We can go ahead and defend with Treebeard. That means Treebeard will only take 3 points of damage. We don't have to worry about this ability because it doesn't destroy him. And now we'll move over to the Moria Archer. And don't forget this Balrog, I'm going to move him back into the staging area because he's not actually engaged with the first player. He's out in the staging area. Grimbjorn is still ready. It's insane. So he's going to exhaust for this attack from the Moria Archer. And we get no shadow effect. He attacks for 3. Grimbjorn laughs at him. He'll do his response this time. So we will reduce his resources by 1. He'll attack for 9, -2 armor. Totally takes him out. That will allow us to draw a card, and we get another Bjornian Skin Changer. And we'll place 1 progress, thanks to A-Rod, and that's going to complete this location. And it says, after it's explored, discard the top card of the encounter deck if the discarded card is a location added to the staging area. So at least we get rid of this, but we potentially add this to the staging area. No, nice. That is not a location. So great, and we got rid of this in the staging area. Wow. We'll go ahead and end the round. Unfortunately, we could ready Treebeard, but he can only attack for 4, and that Blasted Cave Troll has 4 armor, so it's not going to do anything. The Hobbit deck goes to 28. The Rohan deck goes to 42. I'm a little worried about his threat. I do have Gandalf in my hand, though, so I do have that as an option. We have generated resources. Let's go ahead and draw cards. And we have an Unexpected Courage and Burst into Song. Another great new card. Ready each hero with a song attachment. I don't know if you guys remember, they started doing that in the 3rd book. They all burst into song, and it even freaked out the orcs. I mean, that would freak me out. We all know who the first player is this round. It's the Rohan deck. We're going to try and take out that Balrog. Let's see if we can do it. So we're going to hard cast Gandalf here, and we're going to take the threat reduction. So by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're now at 37. We're also going to bring out the Riddermark Knight, which we can use his ability to give us +2, so he'll be a 4 attack, and we could potentially have 4 attack from Gandalf. I do want to mention I used 2 of Frodo's resources and 3 of Grimbjorn's to bring out Gandalf, since that's a lot of resources. Just want to make sure you know where I'm getting them from. On the Hobbit side, we'll go ahead and exhaust 1 Warden of Healing to heal 1 point of damage from Grimbjorn and 1 point of damage from Treebeard. Then what we'll do is we'll exhaust the next Warden of Healing, and we'll take care of another point of damage on Treebeard and 1 on Elfhelm. Finally, we'll exhaust Master of the Forge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have attachments. Oh, the only attachment we have is Resourceful. I guess we'll grab that. I know it's super late in the game, but I still think it might be useful. We're going to place Resourceful, so we're spending 3 from Sam and 1... Actually, we're sending all 4 from Sam, and we're going to put that onto Pippin, so we get 2 green resources around. We've got another Unexpected Courage. Gotta put that on Grimbjorn. So Grimbjorn has yet another way to ready himself. We absolutely have to last another 2 rounds, because the most amount of progress we can place is 5 on the quest card this round. So we're going to quest 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8, 9 with Frodo. We're going to leave Gandalf for attacking. We'll add Arwen for 11, and I forgot to move it off, but we'll definitely keep Grimbjorn with that +1 defense and Sentinel. 12 for Bill the Pony, 13, 14 for Treebeard, 15, 16, 17 for Merry. Then we'll use the Fast Hitch to ready him. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 with Sam, and 26 for Pippin. We have a total of 7 threat in the staging area, so I'm feeling like we should be able to get the 5 progress, unless something terrible happens. Welcome, Orc Chieftain, back to the fray. Cannot have attachments. It's going to engage the first player. Great, and adds 4 threat. Wow. Okay, our second card we have Doomed One and Surge. Oh, that looks bad. Each enemy engaged with a player and not in the staging area makes an immediate attack, so that would mean the Great Cave Troll would attack. That might not be terrible, but I don't like the Doomed. We're just gonna deal with it. Doomed 1 and Surge. We'll move 38 threat for the Rohan deck and 29 threat for the Hobbit deck. And I'm going to be smart and say that I exhausted Mary 1, 2, 3, 4 when that Orc Chieftain came out, so we could have reduced our threat by 4 because we really should have done that. Okay, I mean, there might still be another enemy, but so that means this Great Cave Troll is going to attack. The Great Cave Troll attacks for 6. I am going to exhaust Grimbjorn to defend this attack. He's got 8 defense. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. We'll flip this. If this attack destroys a character, reveal 1 card from the encounter deck. 8 defense to a 6 attack? Don't think so. Grimbjorn will then use 1 of his 5 resources. So he has 5 remaining resources. He'll now have 4. He'll attack for 9, reducing the armor by 2. He takes out the Cave Troll. We're then going to use our Armored Destrier to go ahead and ready him so that he is ready in case somebody else attacks when they are revealed. Got to make sure that he can defend appropriately. Because we cannot right now use our Unexpected Courages because those are actions. We have to use responses. Okay, so here's the card again. This is still for the Hobbit deck. And we have Moria Archer. We have to assign damage. X is the number of players in the game, so it adds 2 threat. And doing 2 points of damage to our own characters. Let's do both to Treebeard. Treebeard will now go back to having 3 points of damage. It's probably going, what is this? Why do I keep getting hit by these arrows? In the staging area, we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, plus 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 to our 26. Yeah, I think we place 5 progress. We are running, my friends. We just need 5 more. Can we last another round? I'm actually feeling pretty good about this. At the end of the quest phase, we still will have to have the Balrog attack, so we will exhaust Grimbjorn. He's attacking for 8, jeez. And we do have a shadow effect. Assign X damage among characters you control. X is the number of enemies engaged with you. We only have 1, just the Balrog, so we only have to take 1 point of damage. I'll go ahead and place that onto Elfhelm. So Elfhelm has another point of damage, and the Balrog did not do any damage to Grimbjorn. I couldn't even remember his name, you guys. I'm sorry, it's getting late. Moving into the encounter phase, the first thing that's going to happen is, at the beginning of the encounter phase, this Orc Chieftain is going to engage as the first player. Just because the Rohan deck doesn't have enough he's dealing with. He's only dealing with the Balrog, why not add an Orc Chieftain? Then we will have these 2 enemies out. This guy's threat is 41. Actually, that won't engage either one, potentially. I do think I'm going to have the Hobbit deck engage one of them. Let's have them engage the Moria Archer. Yeah, I think we can do that. Let's have them engage the Moria Archer. That will ready Sam, and they get to draw a card. Oh, Rosie, where have you been? And we'll just leave this guy because we've got 38 threat for our Rohan deck, but we'll add 3 to his engagement cost, so we're okay. Moving into the combat phase, we'll go ahead and place shadow cards on both of these enemies and 1 for our Hobbit deck. So we'll go ahead and start with the Balrog, because why not? We've had him attack. We will exhaust Unexpected Courage to ready Grimbjorn, and then we will exhaust Grimbjorn to defend, and we have the defending player raises a threat by 1 for each enemy engaged with him. So that's going to increase his threat by 2, so he gets hit to 40. Ow. Grimbjorn's not going to use his special ability because he still can't do any damage with his response. So then he will use his second Unexpected Courage to ready and then defend against this Orc Chieftain. And we do have a shadow effect. Assign X damage among characters you control. Yeah, we saw this. X is the amount of enemies engaged with you. That's 2. Oh, okay, so we've got our Rittermark Knight over here. We're going to put 1 point of damage on him, and we'll put 1 point of damage on Faramir. Actually, you know, that's silly. Well, yeah, that's fine. We'll put 1 point of damage on Gandalf over here, since at the end of the round, Gandalf's going to go away anyways. Okay? So both of those enemies have attacked, but we can respond with Grimbjorn this time. So he'll respond. He attacks for 9, reduces the shield by 2. He takes out the Orc Chieftain. We could place a progress somewhere, but there are no locations out, but we do get to draw a card, and we have Armored Destrier. Over here we have our little Moria Archer. Compared to what the Rohan deck is dealing with, this is nothing. We're going to spend 2 resources from Treebeard, so he'll go down to 3 so that he can defend. And he has 3 defense, and he does still have 7 health. So although he has 3 points of damage, he still has 4 left. He's attacking for 3. He has no shadow effect. Doesn't hurt Treebeard. Great. And don't forget, Sam is ready, and he has +1 attack because we engaged this enemy this round. Okay, you guys, this is it. If I don't defeat the Balrog here, I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to. I am going to discard Cram. Cram is going to allow us to ready Grimbjorn again. How many times has he been ready? 1, 2, 3. This is the 4th time he's going to be ready. That's just insane. We're going to attack with Grimbjorn. He has 9 points of damage. We've got Rittermark. We're going to add 4. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We're going to add Gandalf. 14, 15, 16, 17 total attack. +1 with Faramir, that's 18 total attack. 18 points of damage reduced by 9 means we do 9 points of damage. We have 17 plus 9 is 26, you guys. We just took out the Balrog. Yeah, that's the first time I've ever done that. Feels kind of good. 50 victory points. Thank you very much. But that does mean we have to discard both of these characters. Gandalf will be gone, and the Rittermark Knight will be gone. That was pretty gosh darn thematic. We had Gandalf take out the Balrog, and then he discards himself, so he's gone. That's awesome. Okay, over here, we're going to spend 2 of Treebeard's resources to ready him again. And then what we can do is we can attack for 4, plus Sam, 5 plus his 1 for readying is 6, plus he has Sting, that's 7. 3 and 3 is all we need for 6. This Moria Archer is gone. Okay, you guys, one more round. I think we've got this. Let's move our threat up. We'll go to 26 for our Hobbit deck and 41 for our Rohan deck. We have readied our characters. Let's go ahead and draw cards. We have a Test of Will and another Bjorn. Our first player this round is the Hobbit deck, so we'll go ahead and exhaust both Warden of Healings. We're going to heal 2 points from Sam and 2 points from Treebeard. We'll then go ahead and use the Master of the Forge, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we now get a fast hitch. Oh, let's do the Song of Hope. That'll give us more willpower. Why not? It is quite fitting to place the Song of Hope on to Sam. That will also give him another willpower. I don't think we're going to play anything for the Rohan deck. Let's just do this. So we're going to start with Arwen. She'll give 2 willpower and add 1 armor to Grimbjorn. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And we'll go ahead and exhaust Frodo for 20. Heck yeah. We'll add 24, 25, 26. I always forget about Faramir, but I'm still going to leave him just in case we need it. We haven't really needed it. And then 1 for 27. 27 to 2 in the staging area. All we've got is this lonely Moria Orc. He just saw us take out the Balrog. He's probably running away. We only have 2 cards left in the encounter deck. Maybe that means we'll be done. So here's the first card. We have a Moria Orc. When revealed, either remove 1 damage from Doom, 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 which we can't do, or reveal an additional encounter card. Do we want to cancel it? I do have a Test of Will. An additional encounter card isn't the end of the world. Let's go ahead and reveal this one, unless you flip this. Surge. When revealed, the first player must either exhaust the Ring Bearer or reveal an additional encounter card. Yeah, this we're definitely going to stop. So we're going to get rid of the when revealed. It's still going to surge, so we still haven't even played our first card technically, but at least we don't have to worry about that effect because I did exhaust the 1 ring. So let me go ahead and shuffle the discard pile quick. Okay, so now we still have to draw 2 more cards. We have the Many Pillared Halls. That's going to add 2 threat. And then our next one is a Moria Archer. Great. We'll go ahead and exhaust Merry. Not that it matters, but he will reduce his threat by 2 because I should have exhausted the fast hitch. I didn't even do that. God, I'm sorry, you guys. We're pretty much done, though, I think, here. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to our 27. We just need 5 progress. I think that takes care of us. They ran on. The light grew before them. Great shafts pierced the roof. They ran swifter. They passed into a hall bright with daylight from its high windows in the east. They fled across it. Through its huge broken doors they passed, and suddenly before them the great gates opened, an arch of blazing light. We have the first player must choose one of the Burden Treachery cards, Pursued by the Enemy or Shadow of Fear, and one of the Burden Objective cards, Grievous Wound or Overcome by Grief, to add to the campaign pool. If the Balrog is still in play, it's not. The first player must choose all 4 Burden cards instead. The chosen burdens have been earned by the players. So yeah, this is where I'm going to need your guys' help. Here are the 2 Burden cards that would get shuffled into the encounter deck. We have Shadow of Fear, Doomed and Surge 1, or Doomed 1 and Surge. Treat the printed text blocks. That's terrible. And look at this. Defending character does not count its shield. Think of that with Grimbjorn, okay? I was so lucky we didn't have that. Or we have here Doomed 1 and Surge. Each enemy engaged with a player and not in the stage area makes an immediate attack, or after an enemy makes an additional attack, it makes an additional attack after this one. I honestly feel like this one's kind of a no-brainer with the decks that I'm using. This is horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Traits, I mean, not being able to have Sentinel and not having any character actions. Terrible. So I feel like that one's the better one, but I'm curious what you think. We then have to choose either Overcome by Grief or Grievous Wound. So Overcome by Grief, when the first character is destroyed, that goes on to a hero and they won't ready for a round. Grievous Wound, every time that hero readies, so the first hero that takes damage will take this. And then going forward, every time that they ready, they will take a point of damage. Once again, I almost feel like it's got to be Overcome by Grief because this one just seems horrendous. But I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm curious what you guys think. We made for this scenario 59 victory points. That feels awesome. I wish we had 60. I totally forgot about Mr. Underhill. We could have totally used that. After this, we get to one of my next favorite quests, which is the Breaking of the Fellowship. I wish I could show you that 4-player, but I can hardly control these two decks. And that is something I want to say. I do apologize if I made errors. Please let me know. I'll make sure to make notes. But I'm just having a blast here. I hope you guys are too. That was so much fun. And just so you know, I just counted the amount of attachments that we had on Grimbjorn, 13. And we had to discard a few. We discarded a Dunedain Warning. We discarded 2 Crams. So many attachments. He's just kind of insane, right? Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I will see you at the next stop. Let's move to the Breaking of the Fellowship.